You're listening to the Agony Column News Report featuring interviews, phone interviews, reports from live book events and festivals, and conversations with readers. You can find additional news, interviews, book reviews, and more 5 days a week at the Agony Column website at trashotron.com/agony.
Dead, and no one told me. I walked past his office, and his assistant was bawling. "What is it, Felicia?" "Oh, haven't you heard? Mr. Tyndall's dead." What I heard was, Mr. Tyndall hurt his head. I thought, for God's sake, pull yourself together. "Where is he, Felicia?" Now, that was a reckless thing to ask. Matthew Tyndall and I had been lovers for 13 years, but he was my secret, and I was his. In real life, I always avoided his assistant. Now her lipstick was smeared, and her mouth folded like an ugly sock. "Where is he?" she sobbed. "What an awful, awful question." I didn't understand. I asked again. "Catherine," she said, "he is dead," and thus set herself off on a second fit of bawling. I marched into Matthew's office, as if to prove her wrong. This was not the sort of thing one did. My secret darling was a big deal, the head curator of metals. There was the photo of his 2 sons on the desk. His silly, soft tweed hat was lying on the shelf. I snatched it. I don't know why. And of course she saw me steal it, but I no longer cared. I fled down the Phillips stairs onto the main floor. On that April afternoon, in the Georgian halls of the Swinburne Museum, amongst the 1,000 daily visitors, the 80 employees, there was not one single soul who had any idea of what had just happened. Everything looked the same as usual. It was impossible. Matthew was not there, waiting to surprise me. He was very distinctive, my lovely. There was a vertical frown mark just to the left of his big, high nose. His hair was thick, his mouth was large, soft, and always tender. Of course, he was married. Of course. He was 40 when I first noticed him, and it was 7 years before we became lovers. I was by then just under 30, and still something of a freak. That is, the first female horologist the museum had ever seen.
Peter Carey is the 2-time winner of the Booker Prize for Oscar and Lucinda and True History of the Kelly Gang. He co-wrote the screenplay adaptation for his first novel, Bliss. His new novel is The Chemistry of Tears. Thank you for joining me, Peter.
Thank you, Rick. Nice to be here.
Peter, you're a master of changing our perspective, adding in an element of the fantastic to give us a whole...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?